Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all know what it is. It's me, your boy Trey. This is First Formation Morning Sports Talk. So come on and fall in with us this morning as we got some things to talk about. I may be shooting from the hip a little bit, but as Bishop and I believe Ron get on today, there's plenty to talk about as we got a chance to check out last night's game, which probably is the biggest topic. Um, It's been a long morning for me already. I've been up since about 3:30, 4 o'clock this morning, but we here and we're ready to go. So come on, fall in, get in here, so we can get it going, get to talking about what's going on in the NBA. What's good, sir? What's good, bro?
What's going on? What's going on, WGO? How y'all doing on this Friday?
I was just talking
What's
about.
good with it?
I was talking about. I'm a little. We're gonna kind of be shooting from the hip. It's been a long morning
What do you
already.
mean? Already? It's only 9 o'clock. How's it
Bro,
been long?
I've been up since 3:30, man.
What you got going on at 3:30 in the morning that you got to
Get
be
the
up?
Army 10 miler qualifier.
Oh, that's right. You did say that. Yeah. They got to get up early to do that. Yeah. Beat that heat.
Well, it was so it started at 6. We had like
Mm-hmm.
21 runners. It started at 6. So of course I got to get in early enough so we can get there set up.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to get up early to make sure I could get in. And it
Mm-hmm.
was kind of off or not because it was still a few people running a little late. And
Mm-hmm.
then, but it popped off at the right time. So and I literally just got finished from after downloading everything and putting everything up since I'm not gonna wasn't gonna be there today.
Right.
So yeah, but some good times in my opinion. 10 miles, a cat ran 10 miles in less than an hour.
Oh,
So I really get a chance to do topics, but I mean I guess some stuff is like blue magic. It sells itself because that game last night, bro. Did you? My goodness.
yeah. That was crazy. That was mad crazy. I'm not even going to front. There's no way I saw that game panning out the way it panned out.
Not me either. When I had a chance to take a look, I think I feel like it's my fault. I'm just gonna let y'all know that right now. I feel like it was my fault that
It's
that
your
that
fault. How?
how all that happened because I wasn't watching the game. I wasn't looking at the game at all
Ooh,
because I was
look at one. Look at this. We ain't seen this dude in about 2 weeks. Now he want to show up after the debacle and what happened last night, yo.
it was I wasn't watching K because last night we started our volleyball season, so I was at the volleyball doing the volleyball joint um,
Mm-hmm.
yesterday, but the game was coming on. So and then
Mm-hmm.
when I got home, I didn't turn the game on initially. What's good, Key?
What's going
Good
on, Key?
morning.
How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. I ain't seen you in a while in a minute either, Key. Glad to see have you join us today.
So I didn't when I got home it was I hadn't started watching the game either. So someone like look at the score, and I looked at the score, and Golden State was up, convincingly up. So I was like, well, let me turn this on just just to take a
What
look
up,
at
P
it.
man? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. That's a roll
And
car.
and once I turned it on, it seemed like as soon as I turned it on, everything took a turn. It's like the
Really.
whole game started
You
going a whole
honestly
different
feel
way.
like because you watched the game, it made the momentum change in Boston's favor? Is that what you're insinuating, sir?
I, no, so what I'm saying is that when I happened, it's like nothing. All that started going on, like they was up, and then all of a sudden I turned on
Hmm.
the game. I felt like once I turned on the game, it just all started going down from there. It was like they was good, and then they started missing stuff, turnovers, 3 pointers. They started knocking down threes from every which way. But I mean, one thing I would say is that already when I looked at it, they were already. Uh, I was wondering um, how Golden State was ahead the way they were, and all their every starter was in double figures for the most part from Boston, but Golden State was ahead. So I was wondering that initially, and then next thing you know, Jaylen Brown took over. That's what I say. Next thing I know, Jaylen Brown took over, and that was basically began the downtrot. When I looked, um, Boston had went up by 6. I think it was 106, 103. Boston had went up. I went to the kitchen and I came back, and I swear Boston was up by 15. I was like, what happened? Like in this, what happened in all this? But I did sit down and look at some of it, and it was like raining threes from everywhere.
Yeah, it was definitely a crazy game, man. I can't front. It was definitely they went on a 17 and 0 run in the fourth quarter. They did key, and that was pretty much the dagger right there to go 17 and 0 in the fourth quarter and allow Boston to do that Um, Steve Kerr didn't. I don't know what his game plan was, what he was thinking. Um, I don't know what he told the team. I will say this, excuse me, Draymond Green, trash, straight trash. He didn't do nothing. Porter Jr. did come in and lit a spark for a minute. We talking about we're talking about Steph Curry dropping 6 threes, the most threes in a quarter in NBA history in the finals. He dropped 6 threes in the first quarter. He had 21 points going into the second quarter. And you mean to tell me y'all can't put away Boston on your own home court? That is ridiculous, yo. That is literally ridiculous. That is literally ridiculous. Whatever, man. Ain't you got some work to do, man? Ain't you? Don't you have some work to do, man?
Salty,
Saving lives.
salty.
Sound like you need to be saving some lives there, man. While you up here worried about you ain't never been on here before. Now you want to jump on here today because Boston won. The rest of the team bailed out Tatum. He didn't. Tatum did not have a great shooting night. He did not. He did not. Tatum did not have a great shooting night. I'm gonna tell
Them
you who saved.
assists though.
He had 13. He had 13. He did. He killed it with the assist. He did his part. Whatever, bro. Get up off of here with your nonsense. I will say who it was. It was White. White came out there and was knocking down everything. It was at one point White didn't miss a three. He was knocking down everything. And then not only that, thank you. You said it right there. You said it right there. This dude right here, bro. Welcome to the finals, Uncle Al. To the building. You would have thought it was Uncle Drew out there. Al went off. Al Horford had a phenomenal game on the road, bro. The 36-year-old whose birthday is today showed you that I'm not too old for this. I'm not too old for this. I can make it happen. I'm not too old for this. I'm not too old for this. 14 years in the league. I'm letting you know I can make it happen. 6 for 8 from three. Like, come on, man. Like that part key. Al Horford was that dude last night, man. Him and White carried that team, man. Him and White carried. Don't get me wrong. Jaylen Brown did their part. Marcus Smart did his. They definitely had some serious contribution to the game. But Horford and White, they was key. And it's crazy because we spoke about this yesterday, Trey. You asked the question about these bench players who you think gonna be key, and I remember I said it all. You can't really say nothing yet because we don't know. It's gonna take somebody to come up and play a game like they ain't never played before, and that was Al Horford and White. They came through last night and showed out. Both of them, they played a phenomenal game, man. Like I don't even know what to say, bro. Like it's crazy right now. It's so crazy. Like And for those that may, oh man, what is going on?
We
For
can't
those
be
that
this
may,
shocked now.
no, well, I won't say I'm shocked, Ron, Professor. I would not say that I'm shocked. I will say I'm surprised. I'm not shocked, but I am surprised in a way because I really, really didn't see them getting game one on the road. I didn't
Right.
see that.
I've
I
been
did not
feeling
see that.
like Golden State is going to take care of their business and handle it in 5 games. If they was being for real, it could
Mm-hmm.
become a series. But the one thing sitting in the back of my mind is Golden State been chilling for a long time. Y'all know how
Mm-hmm.
it get when you sitting at home getting rusty, clear the series
Mm-hmm.
up early.
Right.
And that was the one thing that I was thinking that was going to get them. I don't think it
Mm-hmm.
was. I don't know what got into the Celtics. Their role players out of control.
They role players, like you said, their role players came in and just did everything, bro. Like I don't get it, man. Like, good morning, Freddie. How you doing,
And
man? What a
a
game, right? What
beautiful
a game.
thing is Marcus Smart, like you was talking about White and Alfred Horford in the fourth quarter. They just took the limelight. Marcus Smart rode the bench,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which is going to be beautiful for his health.
Right. That part.
So
That
so
whole part, bro.
so
Like
what we can't
that right there.
so
Go ahead,
what we
go ahead,
can't so what we can't believe is that for the course of the rest of the series that this is going to be the rhetoric. Like Jalen Brown again, no different than in the Miami game. Jalen Brown and for the most part, Jason Tatum are going to get off. You can't allow anyone outside of them to get off. And basically, that's what happened. They allowed everyone outside of them to get off. Derek White got off. Al Horford, 6 for 8, shooting from behind the arc, was going in. Smart has been consistently like we at this point. Smart is dropping jewels and dimes all over the part place because he's got what he had 18, 5 and 4 last night. Jason Tatum 12 points, like you said, 13 assists, 4 rebounds. But hell, all four for 26 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 18 of the 26 was 3 pointers. Yeah, 18 of 26 was 3 pointers. Derek White 21, 1 and 3. He knocked down a couple of threes. Jalen Brown went off 24, 7 to 5, and a lot of his work was on the intermediates coming. So he was doing it from all over when he at the point in what I watched, he was basically doing all the heavy lifting. And Grant Williams was locked down. Robert Williams didn't have anything. He was just a defensive anchor. So everything was done for the most part by 5 people. They only had an 8-man rotation. But we can't. I know surely we can't expect it. What I realize, and please, gentlemen, let me know if you believe this as well. What I realize is the Golden State Warriors might be deeper, but across the starting five, across their starting fives, Boston is better.
Whoa.
The starting five is better. Of course, we know you got Steph and you got Steph. We
What?
got
Well, ESPN did the rankings of the top players in the series, and 6 out of the first 8
Boston.
was Celtics. They
yeah.
had Curry first, then Tatum, Brown, Smart, then Draymond.
I wouldn't even put Draymond in there. I like Draymond, but at the end of the day, when you look at the starting five, the Boston Celtics starting five is better than the Golden State starting five. The
But it's
only
not more efficient.
because you have Steph and Clay. I mean,
Right.
yeah. Besides that, if you got Steph and Clay, and you hope to get saying spurts from Wiggins, you hope Draymond shows up here and there, but mostly he's there for to be a defensive problem and to step and pick up the slack to where you can get Steph and Clay off the ball, and he brings it up. And now you have them as shooters for opening up lanes where they can get to it. He's just feeding them, and then of course you have Mooney. So at the end of the day, when you look at it, Boston's people like Golden State is deeper, but Boston has a better starting five. And that's when you see it, where you look at the fact of 12, 26, 24, 18, and 21. And the fact of one of those is not one of those six. One of those six of stat lines is not that of a starter, and secondly, it's not even that of their top two players. One of them is not even their top two players. That's the difference. That's definitely a difference. So Derek White was the difference maker last night, clearly
Let's
and obviously.
take a look at Jason Tatum's turnovers last night. Okay, only two. Jalen
That's
Efficient,
Brown
huge.
with 4.
efficient.
It makes me
That's
think it's
huge.
an anomaly because that's not Jason Tatum. I want to address the whole Boston Celtics
What up, LB?
fans, especially Jason Tatum. Y'all are going up against the Golden State Warriors. These boys done took Kawhi Leonard to 6 games without KD and Clay. They was going up against LeBron and Kyrie dropping 40-point pieces in the same games, things we've never seen. Y'all better not be celebrating. Y'all better not be happy.
Mm-mm.
Better be no smiles in the locker room. Because Golden
Mm-mm.
State is coming for y'all.
That
They
part.
got punched in the mouth. Remember how we always talk about how you respond getting punched in the mouth? We know the Sixers ain't do no responding. But I fully expect, like they got Draymond Green on the other side. He is pissed. Knowing Draymond, I'm going
He should
heavy on
be
Golden
with
State
that trash.
winning game
With
2.
that trash game. That trash game he played. He should be pissed. He played like
Yeah.
trash.
And he
He
went
played
0
like
for 4
straight
from the free
trash.
throw line.
Yeah, he played like straight trash. He should be pissed because he do all that talking, but you play like trash. Straight trash. Doo doo. D-O-D-O. Doo doo.
My thing is that it was a close game in the first half. And I'm like, okay, we know Golden State, they're going to jump on them in the third quarter. And they
Right.
did exactly that. They handed them the business. I'm like, okay, it's Golden State, who I expected. And the do y'all think Golden State took their foot off the pedal and just was
Definitely.
like, yeah,
I don't.
they ain't with us?
So I don't think it was because if you look at if y'all caught where they started making the comeback, of course the coach Kerr was like, okay, yes, they made their run. You know what I'm saying? Now how do we respond? And after they made their run, when they came back out, it was the same story. They were still knocking down shots. It was at this point. At some point, it was like it's nothing we can do. It's nothing we can do. It's they was trying to get the ball, inlet passes, couldn't get the ball, getting battered around, knocked around. It was just nothing they could do at that point. It's like
Right.
in the military, of course, we have something called resiliency, right? And so through resiliency, of course, you have that point as a MRT, you have the eyes off, and the eyes off is basically what the player is in the zone. Boston was in the zone, and at that point they was well in their zone, comfortable in their zone. They had set up shop in their zone. It was a whole emplacement, and they was like they wasn't going nowhere for a good amount of time. It was nothing at that point in which Golden State can do to rattle them out that zone to get them out the zone. It was at that point it was all over. It was they was knocking down shots from everywhere. Pritchard, White, Brown, uh, uh, Horford. Like it was nothing they could do at that point. It was just unfortunate. It
Yeah.
just sometimes it happens like that, and that's what happened last night.
What
They got railroaded.
what you said, Trey, just sticking with me now is the Boston Celtics. They showed us they was the best team at the end of the NBA season. They showed it all throughout the playoffs, and they showed it tonight. They have a better starting five, better team than the Golden State Warriors. If they're clicking on all cylinders like we saw tonight, it should be easily Boston in 6. Finish it out at home.
Ooh,
But
Ooh,
I don't know if I'm ready
I
to go there yet.
I feel
that
like
ain't gonna happen. I don't see
y'all
that.
still sticking with Golden State.
Yeah,
I
bro.
am still sticking with
I
Golden State
think, like
because
you
Yeah,
I feel
said,
like that. I
I
feel
think,
like
like you said,
last night
uh-huh,
fueled
that
Golden
punch in the
State.
mouth.
Yeah, that I think that was an eye opener. Especially that was their first loss at
At
home
home.
during
Hmm.
hmm
during the playoffs. So I feel like that right there fueled them. Like again, but like I've said through these whole entire playoffs, I said it was going 7. It's going 7 games. This series is going 7 games. For all y'all that thought it was gonna go 4-1, 5-1, or whatever, fourth, it's going 7 games.
And
That is
that's
for
gonna be
sure.
our fourth game 7 these playoffs run. Hallelujah!
Hmm.
It's gonna be beautiful.
No,
So of
it won't
course,
be 4-2. It won't be
But
4-2 in Memphis. It's going
I
7.
feel like this game was an anomaly. Like I said, Jason Tatum 2 turnovers. I put the
That's
over
it.
under for him next game at 5 easily.
mm.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
And hopefully they haven't drunken any Kool Aid, or they don't sit up and look and see that they think that this is what it's going to be. I hope they wouldn't fall into that false sense of security at the end of the day. Like I said, Draymond 4 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. That's his norm. Looney 4 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. We know he can do better. Jordan Poole 9 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Um, Otto Porter 12 points, 4 rebounds, no assists. 7 points, no rebounds, 3 assists from Andre Iguodala. Steph Curry, 34 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Clay, 15 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Like, you cannot expect that from your second best player on the team. In which, yes, he passed LeBron up for the all time, the second all time 3 pointers in the playoff 3 pointers. That 434, but he only hit one more after that. So you can't expect that from presumably the second best shooter in the history of the NBA. And then and he sits only currently behind his partner, his running mate, his teammate. Like, you can't expect that. We can't expect them to be quiet or stay quiet. I expect them to come back uh, in full force. And at the end of the day, now if it comes out and Boston takes another one of those on the chin and can shake it off and come back and throw them haymakers like they did the other night, and it's again, Boston might be able to walk away with that. They showed is they have potential, and they show, like we was just saying, that they're the top team. They have a top team in their starting five. Now it's for Golden State to come in and just saying nullify that and be like, okay, we're here too, and then show that we got a series. If they don't, Bishop, I'm not going to say I'm going to change my my pick, but whew, it's looking very, very suspect.
Yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see it going uh being a gentleman sweep or nothing like which if some of the Friday saying 4-2, four
Six or
one. I don't
seven.
see that.
You think you
It's
see
going
it
seven.
as six,
It's the,
seven? No, clear
it's
cut
going 7.
7.
7. It's going 7. What's going to happen is Golden State's going to win Sunday. Golden State's going to win Sunday. They're going to go to Boston. Boston going to win the first one at home. Golden State going to win the second one at home. Then they're going to come back. Golden State going to win. Boston going to win. And then Golden State going to close it out. That's how it's going to play out. But I take my hat off to Boston, man. They played them a phenomenal game, man. Like Ron, the professor said, certain people stepped up in that
Oh
game
yeah,
and
truly.
and proved that they were contenders. And they like you said, the smart, not the smarts, but the whites and the
The
white
Pritchards.
Pritchards, the Horfords. You know those guys playing a phenomenal game, man, and you can't take nothing from them for that. They did what they was supposed to do, especially on the road, facing adversity, and they was able to come out victorious. And I think a lot of people, bless you, I think a lot of people were a bit shocked because I don't. I
I
mean,
was shocked.
don't
I'm not gonna even lie to you. I
don't
was
get me
shocked. I was
give
hella
me
shocked.
yeah, don't get me wrong. You did have a few people like Big Perk. A lot of the Boston fans had Boston winning this first game, but for the most part, nobody saw like all the analysts like Stephen A, Magic, um, Jalen, all them picked Golden State to win the game, win the last night's game. Everybody, all the panels on there pretty much picked Golden State except for Big Perk and a few other people who are Boston fans or former Boston players picked Boston, but for the most part, everybody looked at Golden State winning it, and especially the way Steph came out shooting a pill, man. He came out hitting on all cylinders, man. He knocking that thing down. And when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, it's over. But that
It,
run.
it
That
was like
17-run in the
it
fourth.
was like
Oof.
it was like a flash flood, bro. It's like a flash flood. Like it was like when it started going, it's like, oh snap, where did this come from? It was just
Yeah.
barrage after barrage, and then like it was just
And they
nothing they
couldn't
could
do
do.
nothing with it. They couldn't do nothing with it. They like the shot that
They was going tit for
Horford
tat, and
made.
then it's like we can't keep up with this pace.
The shot Horford made, it was contested. The shot White made, it was contested. And he still knocked it down. I was like, oh man. When I seen that, I was like, oh, I said, Golden State in trouble. I said, they in trouble. They in trouble. Because Boston started knocking down shots that you wasn't expecting them to knock down. Horford getting fouled, going to the line. Like he knocking down threes. 6 for 8. Come on,
Six
man.
for eight.
Come on, Al. Come on. We probably won't see Al do that for the rest of his career. Knock down 6 for 8 from 3-point line. That's just, I mean, it was his night. Some nights it's your night to shine and you're going to shine.
75% from the arc
Yeah, you're going to shine. And it
as a
was his
power
night.
forward.
Yeah. Yeah, as a power forward at that. Yeah. And Draymond and his buster behind in the corner trying to hit threes. Get your butt somewhere. And with your ugly 3-point shooting ass. You have the ugliest 3-point shot shot period in NBA. You have to have the ugliest shot. I don't know how that's even effective because that is the ugliest shot I've ever seen. I thought Bill Cartwright and some other people but you got an ugly shot, dude. Your shot is ugly. Draymond Green has the most ugliest shot I've ever seen.
And then
He got,
not to
got
mention
it.
he don't miss those free throws. And those
And
is like
then you know what also gave me a clue? I'm gonna tell you honestly. This is what it gave me a clue early in the game. Steph went to the free throw line and missed his first free throw. When he went to the free throw line and missed the very first free throw he shot in that game, I was like, "Ooh." Normally, Steph is like a 90% from the free throw line. He missed his first free throw. I was like, ugh.
he said, "Is this shot worse than the Matrix?"
Then Marion shot, yeah, in my opinion, yeah. His shot is worse than Sean Marion's. I ain't gonna lie. In my opinion, I think so. Draymond, he just looked awkward trying to shoot the ball. It looked like it hurt. Like making me think like it hurt for him to shoot the ball. What would you make? What do you think?
What would make history? Boston winning the most championships, or Boston sweeping the Warriors?
Oh,
We're not.
both.
We're not
Both.
trying to hear. We're not trying to see or hear any of that, Anthony.
Both.
Boston
I feel like
cannot
both.
win.
Well, we know why Trey say Boston can't win, but it can happen. But I don't know. I don't think it will, but it definitely can happen. It definitely makes for a new conversation because then once that happens, we know what that means for them Lakers.
Oh, what do
Yeah,
you
but
mean?
oh yeah,
This series disgusts me. The Celtics, I almost throw up watching them win and dominate. Can't stand the Warriors because I'm a LeBron sexual. Major pause, but I can't stand what they did to LeBron's legacy. Destroyed it. So I want them both to lose, which ain't possible. But if the
right.
Celtics win this thing, I'm giving the throne to Jason Tatum. The
Wow.
Celtics, it's their league. They went through KD and Kyrie, regardless of the situation. That's KD and Kyrie, and they swept them. They went through Giannis. We could give this a major asterisk, but they went 7 games against Giannis. Giannis, if you the king, you the new MJ, you win that game 7. Am I right?
Yeah.
Facts.
They
Facts.
won it. They beat Giannis in the game 7.
Facts.
And they handled Jimmy Butler. Them boys handled Golden State. Oh, it's the Celtics and
Yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah, that
Easily.
you Ron, the professor got a point. Definitely got a point. They didn't knock down all the juggernauts. If they knocked down Golden State, they didn't knock down all the juggernauts, all of them,
Mind blowing.
all of them. If they knocked down Golden State, they didn't knock down all the juggernauts.
The
Just
Celtics are not who we thought they were.
just to clarify, when we say we knocked out all the juggernauts, we're starting from Milwaukee
Not Brooklyn.
we start from Milwaukee, right? Just want to make sure that we talk.
Well, we
We talk
definitely
about
ain't start. Well, we know we're not starting. We know we're not talking about the Lakers because they never made it to the playoffs. So we know we ain't talking about
I'm
them.
just trying to clarify that we were
But we
talking
know
about
that
juggernauts.
the
We're
Lakers was
starting from,
definitely not even considered a juggernaut.
we're starting from
The
Milwaukee
Lakers
and
was
going.
Lakers was less than a juggernaut, not way less than a juggernaut. They didn't even make the playoffs. So
Send the
therefore,
clarification.
the question is that ain't even a
I'm
question to
just
be
seeking
asked.
clarification so we know that we're clear.
The only we ain't gotta be clear. We know what the clarification is. We know what clear is, what it is and what it isn't. We know exactly what it is and what it is.
I'm just trying to understand
Once they do this,
what
and if Boston wins this championship again, now it's in the Lakers' hands. And what are they gonna do? Shit, get off the pot. We know what they're gonna do. Get
If
off the pot.
Boston wins this championship, it also makes the Celtics maybe the greatest sports franchise we've ever seen. It makes Boston sports just ridiculously egregious with dominance. Oh, can't stand Boston, man.
It's possible. It is very possible, bro. It is very possible. Trey should be happy that LeBron is a billionaire. You're right. Active player. That's his only accolade of this season. Is he's a billionaire. That is that's his
Not
only
not
accolade.
averaging 30 over 30 points
No,
per
none of
game
that
at
other
not
stuff.
38.
not average.
No,
Yeah, come on.
no, none of that other stuff. All that other stuff is very irrelevant.
Leading the league
Very,
in points just because he was bored and he knew his team was trash. He did that because
yeah,
he was
that
bored.
all that stuff is irrelevant.
He could have led
Okay.
the league in scoring every year like MJ.
I was looking at that. You know how many titles MJ won in a row? Like he
Yeah, I
got
saw that too.
7 titles. My man MJ used to be.
From 86 to I think it was 97, his last run. Him every year, except for 1 year, David Robinson won. In 94, Shaq won, and MJ didn't play that year. Besides that, MJ did it. I kind of had to take a step back looking at the visual, like, LeBron, you might not be better than MJ. But then I woke up. But to
One second.
lead the league like that in scoring and then win championship after championship after championship, we'll never see that again. Because in the NBA today, that's not a successful winning. I guess why our incredible host of First Formation is muted, both of them, we can go on a Ron's rant. And I can continue talking about MJ. So, like I was saying, we'll never see what MJ did again. Because in today's game of basketball, it's all about sharing the rock and finding that man in the open corner three. So, to be the highest scoring league leader, we've seen multiple. We've seen LeBron do it this year. Where was the Lakers at? At home. It's pretty crazy when you think about what MJ did. However, I still am not going to say Michael Jordan is better than LeBron. Because without a fact, like I just said, LeBron did it at age 38 just because he was bored. He's like, all right, let me just come out here and get these buckets, I suppose. He's never wanted to play like that. He could have did that all throughout the 2010s. But no, he was focused on making his teammates better, being le GM, developing players, developing the team, running the whole franchise.
So one of the comments is that what the difference in between MJ and LeBron is MJ stayed one team, LeBron has team hop from house to house.
Yeah, but my point was LeBron has always been responsible for developing his roster, player development, doing the coach's job, running everything. That's exhausting. Of course, I'm going to move on to greener pastures. All MJ had to do was come out here and get buckets. He ain't had to worry about defense, even though he loved it. He ain't have to worry about rebounding. He had Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen, and a Zen master for a coach. He was given a Ferrari, and he drove it well. What vehicle was LeBron given, Trey? A Ford Highlander, Toyota Highlander.
So do you think, or of course, high speeds, y'all same thing? Do y'all think or believe that the experience efforts is overrated? So the experience of
Experience?
Golden State, yes.
No. How?
Okay.
You know, we all the time in these major sports events and championships, one of my favorite things is looking for who got lemon booty.
Mm.
Who's the moment too much for, who's choking, and whatnot. And the experiences, I've been here, done that. I've
Without a
been
doubt.
here and done that. My heart has already raced and jumped out his chest from this moment before. I should
Uh-huh.
be able to handle it a little bit better. But the
It basically,
Celtics is battle tested too.
yes. I just hope it's not a change of the guard. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
You mean to the Celtics?
Yeah. You can't have that yet. Not yet. Like I said, Jaylen Brown, in my opinion, Jaylen Brown showed up all the heavy lifting last night when no one else was able to do it. He did it. He did enough to galvanize, and then now you have Horford. Like I said. I mean, we could beat it for all day long. It's at the end of the day, the fourth quarter has set a bar, and now it's a bar. But is it a bar in which Boston can continue to reach
Nope.
high and jump? And I agree with you. I don't think it's a bar in which they can consistently continue to obtain.
Not at all. This is an anomaly. Jason Tatum, 13 assists, 2 turnovers. Where they do that at? It's just crazy to think about that. This man had over 90 turnovers throughout the playoffs and led every player, and it wasn't close. He come out here and have a 13 assist, 2 turnover game. What? Shout out him though.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he made it happen. 12 points, but if he's distributing the rock and got everyone else eating, but I was like, man, Jaylen Brown is cooking. Like, he
Right.
is in the zone. It's like, at this point, ain't no one in the gym but him.
And I'll give a slight to some of his assists, Jason Tatum, because when you got Al Horford, Big Al, knocking down 75% of his threes, I could get a couple assists out there too.
Everyone from everywhere. So last night, I know Dick Curry 6 3-pointers in the one quarter.
Correct.
First quarter.
Correct.
That's what Jordan-esque, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Well, Jordan would have closed the
It's
game.
definitely not LeBron-esque. You know that.
So for one,
You definitely know it's not LeBron-esque.
LeBron
It's
is not a
definitely Jordan-esque.
3-point shooter. First
We
and
know
foremost.
that's why I said we definitely know it's not LeBron-esque. We know
It's
it's
the
we know that.
secondly, the only reason in which I say that was Jordan-esque is because Jordan done it against Portland with the infamous
Shoulder shrug.
So hence the reason I say that's the only reason why I
Right.
say
We know something. We
LeBron-esque.
know that's something LeBron has never done. Right. We know. Right.
LeBron
Right.
has been to 9 championships.
How many you won out of those 9?
He
To where I
won
would.
9 conference finals.
Okay. How many NBA final titles does he have?
He has 4.
Okay, thank you.
5.
That's not.
Is it 5? 5?
He'll be finishing
No.
with 7.
He's
He
had
ain't
one.
finishing with no 7.
He's had
Really?
he's had one every place he's gone.
How much longer do you think LeBron's playing, Bishop?
He's got one more year in him, bro. That's it.
2 more.
One, bro.
I think he'll stick.
1, 2.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. So I asked you this question, Ron.
How you gonna put it? Look, okay. Let me ask you this, bro. We still on basketball, but how many more years does Tom Brady have?
1.
Tom Brady's 45. LeBron's 38.
That's not my question, Ryan, Mr. Professional. I asked you how many more um
Well, can I
years.
change the question then? How many years could Tom Brady play?
We could say that about LeBron too, ain't can we? How many could he play?
I think
It's
LeBron got another. He could probably play to 43, 5 more years.
Oh my God, really? Stop it, man. Stop it. I don't see that.
Ron. I asked this question
And
to
I put it
Professor.
like this, Ron. If he was to do that, you talked about hurting his legacy. He would really hurt his legacy by doing that.
Not if he's up there playing with Steph.
You think he gonna play with Steph? Steph doesn't want LeBron.
He
Steph
don't. He
doesn't
want
want
to be
LeBron.
better. He want more rings.
He
But
don't
look,
want. He don't
look.
need LeBron for more rings. He doesn't need him. Why does he need LeBron to get more rings? Why?
Why?
Answer that honestly, Professor. And anybody else, you too, Trey. Why would Steph need LeBron to get more rings?
I guess the Celtics is gonna let us know if that's true or not.
That is a good. That
But
is a good
no,
point.
but you say that, but that's not even the case. He's done it without LeBron. Why does he need him?
Every ring that man got an asterisk on it. We ain't
Why?
gonna do that. We can talk
Oh,
about LeBron's bubble ring. I don't even like talking about Steph's
yeah. Let's talk about
finals ring.
LeBron got some asterisk rings too now. Don't trip. Don't trip.
What?
Oh,
How?
the bubble ring? Come on, bro. Really?
Why is the bubble an asterisk?
Why isn't it? Why isn't it?
Because
Anything in
during
regards to it wasn't the same. The league wasn't the same during the bubble season. We all know that. That's not y'all can't say it was. It
but
was a different
LeBron
season.
was. LeBron showed he was a machine. And
Oh my
when
God.
when when stuff hits the fan, LeBron showed that I am the man. I show up, I'm ready. Y'all ain't prepared for this, but I'm King James. I rule.
Bro.
So
If he ruled,
right,
so if he ruled Ron and Trey, if he ruled, why isn't he in the finals right now?
it's a team. It's a team sport.
Glass
So
man.
why do say that again? Say that again. Say that again. Trey, what'd you say?
It's a team sport. He couldn't do it
So
all by
why does
himself.
so why does the Golden State team need him then? Because it looks like they're fine just without him. Why do they
And
need him
that's what
if
Ron
it's a
said.
team
We will
sport?
see if Boston. If so, what happens when you are faced with adversity and you can't get it done by yourself? What do you go? You go get reinforcements. You come back with a better squad, or you add pieces that will complement you in your game, or you find pieces that will be complementary. So, in the fact of this conversation, that would be why presumably LeBron would, but no different from people not wanting to play with Kobe. Uh,
But the thing about the whole situation and with Ron the professor's statement in regards to Steph playing with LeBron. Steph got it without LeBron 3 times. He got it without KD. Why in the world would he need him? As I've stated before, there are what 5 to 6 players that are on that team that was on the team when they won it twice before.
So
So why
LeBron,
would he need LeBron to be added to that equation when they won without LeBron with the same core players that they have right now for the most part, outside of Poole, Wiggins, and some other players?
so
Porter, go ahead.
LeBron has a minimum of 2 years left, his last one in LA, and then he wants to play with his son at least one
Right,
year.
right.
Why can't we live in a world where LeBron is going to humble himself and take a bench role?
Really? Do you really, Ron?
No,
Professor?
I don't. I don't. I'm just
Okay,
thinking about
okay,
it
okay,
because
okay.
Anthony Price just said, "I'm out of my mind because LeBron is going to want to control everything." But I don't know. I don't see why he wouldn't imagine LeBron in the Andre Iguodala role, coming off the bench.
Sean Livingston type role.
Right.
No,
He knows he's king.
but this is the case. This is the thing, though, Ron. You made a key point, right? The fact of the matter is the only reason LeBron is probably even still playing is the fact of the matter, like you stated, he wants to play with his son. Well, we all know 9 times out of 10, Golden State is not picking up LeBron's son. That's not a person he will not go to Golden State. We know LeBron's son is probably gonna go somewhere to a team like a Pistons, a maybe a
He's not gonna be
Cleveland, a
a
Cleveland.
top pick.
Right, he's not. He's gonna go to a Cleveland, a Pistons,
He's
a
gonna go to
Portland.
whoever wants LeBron.
And you know what? And that's even safe to say too, Ron. I feel you on that. With that being said, that's one main reason why I feel like he would not go to Golden State. Now I have heard there are rumors going around that Uncle Drew may want to team up. Rumor mill, Uncle Drew may want to team up out there in LA with LeBron. I pray to God that's not true. I pray to God that does not happen. But that is the rumor mill that he may come out to, LA and team up with LeBron and try and get another ring alongside with LeBron. My personal opinion, I don't see how that's going to happen because they would definitely have to get rid of somebody, either AD or Westbrook would have to go. Somebody would have to leave. But I if LeBron is trying to play with his son, yeah, I totally agree with you, Ron, in regards to it would have to be a team who's willing to take LeBron and his son together because everybody knows LeBron wants to play with him. So we know LeBron would be lobbying to try and get to wherever his son is going. Get it. I just don't see Golden State being that spot.
Yeah. And Golden State is just one of the plethora of teams that he can go to and take to a championship, ride to a championship. And I don't think he would have any problem riding somebody to the championship because it's LeBron. And he wouldn't be riding in the back. He'd be in the passenger seat, letting their star be molded and shine, like what he wanted to do with Kyrie.
So if LeBron was to go to Golden State, Professor, whose spot would he take?
Andre Iguodala's. LeBron is a free agent after this year, meaning he can sign wherever he wants for how much he wants.
I get you, but Iguodala, excuse me, excuse me, Iguodala just came back for the most part, so I don't even see that being even a position for him to take. If the Knicks draft his son, do you really think LeBron's going there? He will find
not gonna be able to do it.
Anthony's on it again. Anthony's on one again this morning. He was on it yesterday. He on one again today.
I think that depends on if the Knicks can land Donovan Mitchell.
Facts.
If they get a star, LeBron will go there.
I can see that. You're right, Ron. I can see that. I think that plays a huge factor for LeBron and his son. If Anthony said, if his son was to go, if Bronny was to go to the Knicks, LeBron would look to say, look, okay, I'll come there, but y'all got to get something else besides just my son. We trying to win it. We trying to win a ship. I'm going to win a ship.
First and foremost, let's not act like LeBron's son is that dude currently.
No,
we know he's not. We know he's not.
He gonna get sent to the G League when LeBron retires. Which is not gonna be bad.
That's
he
not
just
bad.
develop and become something. We see so many developmental stories in the NBA. If he want to be there, he could be there.
So this is my question: has it even been stated that LeBron's son is coming straight out of high school, or is he still going to play? Is there any intentions of him playing college ball at all?
Why would he do that?
I mean, unless he goes the route of getting
invited to team, because like Trey said, he ain't there yet.
Yeah, unless he gets invited to Team Ignite, and that'd be presumably based off his name. Unless he goes overseas and plays the NBL or something like that, or sits out a year and change, or he has to get invited to the G League. He only can play for Team Ignite. So unless he does one of those things, or college,
or go to the NBA, be a millionaire, get to play with the people you've looked up to all your life, and be surrounded by great leadership, mentors, and talent. Oh yeah, don't let me forget, be a millionaire.
Well, he's already that because of his father, so we already know his
Right,
dad
but
is a
this is gonna be
millionaire.
his millions.
Well, he
Yeah.
doesn't he have an NIL? He's getting money.
Yeah, I saw
Is
he's a
he in now?
millionaire already.
Yeah, he has an
He has
NIL.
in now? Yeah. Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
he's making a lot of money off his name.
Yeah, so
Oh
he's
wow.
good. If he's
Well,
not
I wouldn't even
already
be
a millionaire, he's getting there.
What
so I
if I
wouldn't
could
even be
make?
surprised if go ahead, Ron.
I was gonna say just my dream scenario is Cleveland.
I was
Cleveland
just about to
draft
say
his
the
son.
exact. I was just
LeBron go
about to
back to
say the same
Cleveland.
thing. Yep, because that's home. That's home. Everybody know him in Cleveland. That's home. That's exactly what I was going to say, Professor. I would not be surprised if Cleveland be the first one to come out and try and get him, just to
That's a
bring LeBron
championship
back.
team.
Yep, just to bring
That's the
LeBron
best
back.
team out east. That's the
Yeah,
best
that's the
team
best.
out east next year.
Just to bring LeBron back, that I could definitely see and just think of the storyline for the city in the state of Ohio, bro. Like seriously, like you have
LeBron
now,
James brings back-to-back championships to Cleveland, tying Michael Jordan for 6 rings.
and his son,
Thank you.
bro. That's like that's LeBron's son will be the next BBB baller brand. I don't know. I don't know because right now only one of the balls is doing anything. To be honest, only one of the Ball brothers are doing anything. To be completely honest, let's keep it 100, Anthony. Right now, the big baller brand is not really doing anything anymore. I ain't even have y'all heard anything about the big baller brand?
Yeah, actually, he tried to put out there. He tried to sign Kyrie because Nike dropped Kyrie.
He tried to sign Kyrie with the big baller brand.
Yeah, or he's
I
trying
know
to.
that's not gonna work.
Oh, Kyrie need
That's
to go
not
sign with Donda.
Oh my!
Donda. Oh, Trey, he talking about Donda.
So real quick, Ron, one of the questions I wanted to ask you, I meant to ask you the other day. Um, I asked Bishop the same question. Surprisingly, his answer surprised me. Um, whose career would you prefer, Robert
Hmm.
Horry's or
Charles
Charles
Barkley.
Barkley's?
I'm not turning down the opportunity to be Charles Barkley.
Really?
This isn't even a conversation, unless you want
Bruh,
to say
Really?
here being disappointed and losing, or half of the time winning championships, partying and celebrating, going to Disneyland with your team after y'all just won a championship. I'm still taking Charles Barkley. I can go do
What?
all.
That's
so
crazy.
because so I look at it as it's been stated, as we see, you don't need championships to win to be a Hall of Famer.
Oh well, no one ever said you did though, Trey. No one
Well, I'm
said you
saying
needed.
so. What? Because what obviously is I don't foresee Robert Ory getting into the Hall of Fame
There's
with
no. What do you
his
mean
seventh
that
or
you don't
eighth.
see him now? What do you mean you don't see him getting into the Hall of Fame?
Oh no,
Are
I
you
don't see Robert
serious?
Ory getting. Yes, I'm serious.
This dude is bro. I swear, Professor. I think Trey he
You
smokes
really
before
think
the show, or he
who
does something before the show, bro.
Big
really
shot.
you think Robert Ory is going to get into the Hall of Fame?
Yes, he's one of the most clutch shooters in the NBA history, bro.
Big shot
He had
Bob.
he had clutch moments. He was not a clutch shooter. There's a difference.
That's a clutch shooter. Whether you got to
No,
be in the
no, that
moment
is
to
not.
be a, you
He's
have
not
to
a.
be in the moment to be a clutch shooter. You
He
can't.
had clutch
It's not a clutch
moments.
shoot,
He's not a clutch
bro.
shooter.
Stop, bro.
So
This dude is wrong.
Robert Horry's career
This dude drunk. Ron,
Robert
come get him.
earnings is a little bit under 54 million. Let's look up
Really,
Charles Barkley.
Coach Hunter? Don't give me no cheap rings. How's that cheap rings by him? What Ori won? How's
Rob-
that cheap rings? Oh my god, bro.
Charles
That's
Barkley earned than Robert Horry
okay.
in
Let
his
me ask y'all this. Is Scottie Pippen in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Hmm.
He wasn't a clutch shooter, nor did he have clutch moments, but he was a baller.
Okay, and Robert Ory
He
wasn't.
He helped.
And Robert
He
Horry
was
wasn't a baller at all.
Robert Ory. You know what? I will give you this. Robert
Steve
Ory
Kerr
probably.
is Steve
Robert Ory.
Kerr in the is
He
Steve
was
Kerr in the Hall of Fame?
Steve Kerr was a clutch shooter. It's a difference. Steve Kerr was a clutch shooter. John Paxson was a clutch shooter. In
Oh
which
my
they built
God.
you put them around Mike.
John Paxson hit
You
one
put them around.
John Paxson hit one clutch shot, bro. One.
No, he hit.
He hit
He
one
had that.
clutch
That
shot,
was a
bro.
clutch moment, but Jordan kicked it to him, knowing that he can kick that down. And so think about this, and correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think in all those times in which Rob Horry hit the clutch shot was in the time in which the play was drawn up for Robert Horry to catch the clutch shot. He happened
It
to be
doesn't
the person.
matter. Does it
Again,
matter if it's drawn up
clutch
for you?
moment versus clutch shooter, two different things.
But does the play have to be drawn up for you to
No,
hit
no,
the clutch shot?
true that.
Okay.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I think Robert Ory had clutch moments. It wasn't a clutch shooter, and he wasn't a clutch shooter. It was clutch moments because outside of that, you wasn't like big. At the end of certain times, you look for Rob to knock down those shots, and he became that. But I don't think he was. I don't think that makes him a clutch shooter. He just was big in clutch moments.
And that many clutch moments, huh? That many.
Well, so one, he didn't have clutch moments when he was in Houston. Like that was just legitly championships that saying that he was a part of.
That he was a part of.
Yeah,
Again, why? So that would that being the
those
case,
two, I
why
would give
he?
him those two. But the other
So
five,
how many
clutch
more do you
moments.
need for him to get in the Hall of Fame? Then
His numbers don't speak to Hall of Fame just because he won 7 championships, but his numbers don't speak to. I'm very sure it's other people.
not.
I'm very sure it's other people who have won 7 championships. Maleka,
Name somebody who's won 7 championships that's not in the Hall of Fame.
Madeko, who is fighting in Ukraine right now, won 2 championships, but ain't no one talking about him.
What?
So
What?
you know what I'm saying? So
Who is
is
that?
my point. He played with the Lakers, and he played with the Lakers.
He wasn't a factor.
He was a factor when he played with the Lakers. But what I'm saying is, he
What
was a
did he do,
contributor.
Trey?
He was a contributor. What I'm saying is, no one knows of him. Sasa Vujacic.
Perfect. Exactly. Everybody knows of Robert Horry.
Sasa Vujacic was a factor. He was more of a
Who?
factor.
Who?
Exactly. He was a Laker.
But
Matt
no one
Barnes.
knows of him. Everybody knows of Robert Horry. That's the difference. You're talking about a person no one knows to everybody knows who Robert Horry is.
The point I'm making is there's plenty of people who have championships that they was on teams that won championships, so they have championships.
I'm not saying they're not. What I'm saying is you can't compare a person who no one has even heard of to a person that everyone has heard of. You cannot do that. That's not the same thing.
Morning.
That is not the same thing. You cannot compare a dude of Chuchukiv to a Robert Horry. People don't even know who the Chuchukiv is. Nobody knows who that person is.
I mean,
Vucevic.
We not going for a second. Sasha had one of the hottest. Well, you know what? That's disregard that. But in any case, people know who Sasha is,
bro. Very few. And the only people that really know who Sasha is real down to earth, probably Laker fans. Really, to be honest, nobody else knows who he is. A non-Laker fan could probably say, I don't know who that is. Yeah, if you a Laker fan, you know who he is because you know your players. Everybody know who Robert Horry is.
Is Dwight Howard is Dwight Howard a Hall of Famer?
Dwight. I don't know. That's a hard one. I don't know. I mean, he got what? 2 titles?
1.
Is it 1? Okay, I knew he had 1 at least. I didn't know I thought he got 2.
It's a bubble title now.
True,
that's a bubble title. That is true.
He won in the bubble.
Bubble. That is a bubble title. That is true. He did win a bubble title. That is true. I do. I thought he won one with somewhere else.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Then
Jamel McGee. Do you think? Well, no, he's not even in the conversation. I can't even say him. He's not a conversation piece. I was about to say JaVale McGee, but I don't think he's a conversational piece.
No, not yet. No. No. Nope. Nope. Like, so then that brings to this then. Is Giannis a Hall of Famer yet? Could he be considered a Hall of Famer yet?
He's on the trajectory, definitely.
Okay.
Two-time MVP, one time Defensive Player of the Year, in which that he won Defensive Player of the Year and MVP in the same season.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm
Like,
just
yeah,
asking.
his trajectory is there.
Okay. So does that mean that whatchamacallit's trajectory is there too?
Who?
Embiid. Because
Ah,
unlike Giannis, he has no
nah.
NBA title. So
I
okay,
don't think.
why
I
is
don't think
Embiid
you.
not?
I
Why
think
is
you. Yeah.
Embiid not? But Giannis is.
Giannis is already a Hall of Famer.
I totally feel you, Ron. I totally feel you, Ron. But why is Embiid not? Is Embiid a Hall of Famer, Ron?
He ain't make it to the
No.
conference finals yet.
Okay. So you have to make it to the conference final to become
What?
a
So
Hall of
what
Famer.
else? I would ask. I would ask. What else would you assimilate that to say that Embiid has done enough to be in the Hall of Fame talk? Outside of win, what did he win Rookie of the Year? No, he ain't even win Rookie of the Year his first year because he was injured, wasn't he? So outside of that, only thing he's won is he won the scoring title last year. I mean, this year. That's it.
You have to get a major accolade to be in the Hall of Fame. If he would have got the MVP this year over Joker, I might have said something different. But Joker's a Hall of Famer more than him right now. Back-to-back MVP.
Okay.
But
Unfortunately.
Robert Ory is not. Nor Rick Fox, nor Ron Harper, nor Tony Allen. And those are the names of which Coach Uriah just put out there.
Robert always compared to Rick Fox for the Lakers. Is Rick Fox is not in the Hall of Fame?
Not as not as an individual. He may be on for it. Sometimes people get in for teams, so he might
Yeah,
be on.
like
Robert
yeah,
Ory might get in. Yeah,
like your boy
Robert
Al,
Ory
like
might
your
get.
boy Frank Gore, yeah, or even
That doesn't
Tony
even.
Allen.
That doesn't even. That doesn't even.
I'm just saying that's what you just said. Like, some people get in the team Hall of Fame, like your boy Frank Gore is about to do. Right? That's the same thing, right?
No, he's a
Yes, it is.
he's a Hall of Famer all by his lonesome.
No, but he's going into the 49ers Hall of Fame before he even gets an opportunity to go into the Canton Hall of Fame. Just saying.
Probably, yeah. He'll get into the 49 Hall of Fame before that, but he's
Yeah,
going to Canton first ballot.
no,
He's first
not
ballot.
first ballot. Ron, do you believe this? So I know we still in basketball. Thank you, Ron. Ron.
Frank Gore is
It's
going to
not.
hold up with. He's going to be who we say him and Ben.
You said he was gonna go in with Ben, and then he was
Him
gonna
and
go in with
Ben.
Rivers. Him and Rivers. You said
No,
no.
I said Rivers will go in with Brady the next year. It's going to be
Professor,
Ben. It's going to be Ben
professor,
and Frank are
professor,
going in the same time.
professor. Please help me. Joker and Giannis will be Hall of Fame without a question. Okay,
True.
appreciate
Well,
that, Coach
we
Hunter.
do that, Coach. Yeah, we do
I
believe
agree with
that.
that. I agree with that. Oh, you don't agree with that?
No, I'm just mad that Embiid is just like a couple shots away from championships.
Oh,
But this
true.
is
You
what,
know what? True that.
but this is what the coach said. Embiid is not a Hall of Famer. We can't give out lifetime achievement awards for one good season. Come on.
True that, and that's
Ooh,
why that was my
I
point in
like
saying
that,
that
Coach.
he had. That's my point in saying that Embiid hasn't done anything to be in that conversation yet.
If
It's
Kawhi,
unfortunate.
So what is
Kawhi,
Joker? What is
Is
Joker? 1 second,
is
Ron. What has
Kawhi a
Joker
Hall of
done?
Famer?
Hold on. What has Joker done then? Joker ain't been to a conference final. What is to what? To
Back to back,
MVPs?
back to back.
That's all. So you're saying it takes MVPs to make you a Hall of
I'm
Famer?
saying no, without no, sorry. But what I'm saying is that puts him in the conversation.
So if Giannis wins 2 MVPs, now he's in that conversation as a Hall of Famer without winning a conference championship. Is what you're saying?
Giannis has 2 MVPs.
No, I'm. So why is he in the conversation then?
I said he's in. He is. We're talking about Embiid.
I'm talking what? No, I'm talking about Embiid. That's what I mean. So you saying if Embiid wins 2 MVPs, he's in the conversation?
Oh, Embiid don't even have an MVP. So
I'm
yeah,
saying
I think
if he gets to,
I think an MVP can put him in the conversation. But right now, I don't think he's in the conversation because he doesn't even have that. Where you talk about two people who have back to back MVPs. Tracy McGrady, Reggie Miller are examples of those without rings, but are consistently over a long period of time. Yeah, true that. And I think that's the only thing that leads up to that Hall of Fame thing, which leads back to the initial reason for this conversation. And just like Freddie said, absolute longevity and awesome resume. That isn't what Robert Ory has. That isn't what Rick Foss have. That isn't what Ron Harper has. What Tony Allen has. None of them have that. And hell, Steve Kerr is Steve Kerr a Hall of Famer? He's on the team. I think he's in the Hall of Fame
I
because of the
asked you
team.
that.
But
I asked you that.
I don't think
Not
he's.
from basketball.
I don't know. Huh?
I said not from
What you
being
say?
on the basketball court.
Who? Steve Kerr? You think
yeah,
he's getting
as a
it?
coach.
You think he's getting it as a coach? First,
Just all of the above. He got 11 rings total. I think more than that.
Ooh,
Got
right.
3 with
What
the
he-
Bulls, 4 with the Spurs, 3 with the Warriors.
Ooh, you right. He do got a lot of. Yeah, yeah. His resume outside of playing is way.
Yeah, because he was a clutch shooter as a player, but you know what I'm saying, he wasn't.
Yeah. He's a light version of Robert Horry.
Yeah. Well, no, big moments. Robert Ory was big moments. I think what's his name was more of a clutch shooter.
See,
Stolen.
that dude do not want to give Robert Ory his props, bro. Bro, that dude do not want to give Robert
Coach
Ory
agrees with me.
stolen valor.
Look at Coach. Look at Coach.
Stolen valor, really?
That's what Coach agrees with me.
Really, Coach? Stolen valor, really? Wow. Wow. I don't know,
Ron,
man.
was you all when we talked about this, Ron? Because it just matter of fact, it just because I looked at it and I was just looking at Gilly the Kid the other day, and please verify this, Ron. Did Allen Iverson not step over Tyronn Lue with a stomp? It wasn't just a regular step over. Did he or did he not stomp his foot like
No, he did not.
Yes, he
He
did
not stomp his foot, bro. He just stepped over him. That was it. This dude here, bro. Man, you know what we gonna have? We gonna, yeah. We gonna,
then he looked for the camera and meme mug. Oh man, yeah. I watched that. Show called something about game $1 million worth of game. I just watched that. He said that was Philadelphia's championship. I lost it.
Yes, he said that was Philly's championship. He's like, take, that's exactly. I was like, you know what? I told Bishop and Key, all those people trying to say he stepped over and stomped over that man.
He did not, bro. Stop it. He
looked at him.
Over.
And looked at him. The disrespect.
Stop it. He did not do any of this.
Playoff Lakers.
Yeah, look at Donovan. Said the same thing. Everyone says, I don't know what y'all. He said he tap danced all over him. He stepped over that dude with the disrespect.
Stop it, bro.
I don't know how I don't own that poster.
It's probably an NFT now.
Freddie said he taps that. Freddie said he taps danced all over him. He did not. He tapped.
I don't know what y'all be looking at, man. I don't know what Bishop and Key. I don't know what y'all was doing. I think Anthony was in on it too. Talking about he stepped on. He did not. Anthony Price. He was him and Key talking about he stepped over him. No, he stomped.
He did step over him.
He did, but he stomped. He aggressively his foot. He aggressively emphasized the left foot, right foot, and then walked down the court.
Did you, Ron? You saw it. Did he stomp over him or did he step over him? Which one was it?
He stomped over him.
I told you. The disrespect
bro.
was evident.
Y'all are so disrespectful.
I don't know what you know. What this is a clear one of those clear situations. In Ron, we see the yellow dress. Bishop sees the blue dress. This is all this is right now. That's exactly what's going on.
What are you talking about, bro?
You don't remember a couple years ago, everyone was like, "What's the color of the dress you see?" And some people see the yellow dress, and
Oh
everyone
yeah,
else
yeah,
see the
yeah,
blue
yeah, yeah,
dress.
yeah, yeah,
In this
yeah,
part,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
see the blue dress. Me and Ron see the yellow dress. The rest of the nation see a yellow dress, but you, Key, and Anthony see a blue dress.
Right.
Stop it, bro.
He didn't do no curb stomp over Ty Lue, but the way it
It,
was violent. It was vicious.
it was not violent. The step over was violent.
Yes,
Stop it. Bro, if y'all don't quit, man. If y'all don't quit
you
with
got to
this,
go back
with
and
the,
look at the next
I'm
time you
about
go
to
back
look
and
at.
look at that clip.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm about to look at it right now because of y'all sitting here saying this. And it's considered one of the greatest moments in NBA history. And calling it in on here, greatest moments in NBA history. Allen Iverson's step over, not
Yes,
stomp
it
over.
says step over, but it
Step.
should say stomp over.
It should not. Why would they? If it should stay, it should say stop. If it's stop, it didn't. The step back, he falls. Hold on, the shot goes in. Let's see.
Uh.
Bro, that's a step over. Oh my god, that's a step over. Oh my god, bro, to stump your feet, you have to exaggerate this. Exaggerate all.
Bruh.
Get out, bro. Stop it, y'all need to stop, bro. Oh my god, that is one of the. Oh my god.
I guess
If
Jordan.
y'all don't quit,
I
bro.
guess Allen
If y'all
Iverson
don't
didn't.
stop.
I guess Allen Iverson didn't cross Jordan up either, huh?
So let me ask y'all this. Hold on. Let me ask y'all this. In the NBA Finals, when Jordan played, was it Utah? And
Did he
he
push
did
him?
that step. Did he push him or did he not?
He pushed.
What's his name? What's his name? What was his
Bishop,
name?
you cannot tell me that man did not stop over him. What are you
He didn't punch.
watching,
He stepped. I'm looking at it right now. He stepped over him, bro.
bruh? Bishop, hold up. You know what? If we get fined, we just finna get fined. I have to pay the fine. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, bruh. Like, stop it. Wait, hold up.
What
Let
the
me sit up and.
Blue dress, yellow dress.
What do you mean? It's my mom.
It's not the code text.
What did she text me, Joe?
The code.
Code the what, Joe?
You can download me a game.
What do I need to download?
Because mommy downloaded it for me yesterday,
Just
and it never downloaded.
a picture. Oh, about to watch it.
I sent you the password right now, babe.
Bishop, are you watching? I know you're talking to sis, but are you watching, Bishop? Fall. Come on. Stop playing with me. Close up. What?
Made the earth shake.
Stop. Where Bishop? That dude, man. Let me see. Let me stop sharing until he come back. That like.
I mean, AI was a thug. Of course he stomped.
Bishop, did you not just watch that?
AI ain't no games, man.
Come on, man. And he said Jordan push. I don't know if Jordan.
AI is really great.
He said AI is really what?
The greatest player we've ever seen.
You think so?
If we switched AI, Kobe, and you a Laker lover. If AI and Kobe switched out, and AI got to play with Shaq, don't they win more than 3 championships?
Ooh. More than 3?
They stay together longer because AI is down for the shenanigans. He wouldn't be getting mad at Shaq for eating Snicker bars after halftime. Like Kobe did. I think they get at least 4.
Kobe did go getting one by himself.
I'm just playing Mamba. I've been giving Kobe a lot of shade. He's been looking down on me from heaven lately. Like, what are you talking about?
It's just one of those things. So yeah, so I won't even sit up and allow Bishop to even try to feed us that. I don't know what Bishop on, what edibles he might be on, because I don't know what is.
I'm not on
What
no edibles, bro. I'm
you
looking at the
gotta
game,
be,
bro. I
bruh.
don't know what you talk about. I'm looking at
Look,
the same
look.
preview you
One more
looking at
time.
on
One more
YouTube.
time for the
He
people in the back.
clearly stepped over that man.
One more time for the people in the
He
back.
clearly stepped over that man.
Bishop, I don't know
Please play it
what
for
you're
the
looking at.
people in the back.
I don't know what you're
Now,
looking
everyone,
at.
I need y'all to look. I need all of y'all to see
Emphasis
that
on the
when he
left
does it
and the right.
on the
Triple
left and the
step
right.
back
What are you talking?
with the
The
left and
step,
right
the
foot.
step.
Left foot, right foot. 2 stomps. Watch
It ain't
when
no
he
two
comes back.
stumps. What are you
It
seeing?
is.
It's
Look
a
who you
stump, bro.
looking at.
You have to clearly. What I'm
Look.
looking. You have to. You not stop, bro. That's nowhere near a stump. Stop
Look.
it,
But
bro.
even if you look at
He
what
do.
Taylor said,
You right. Who do for a new prescription? Who do for a new prescription? Because it ain't me. It's this dude here, bro. Come on, man. A stump, man. Y'all know. An
God.
exaggerated move. A stump is an exaggerated move.
Are you
That
telling
was
me
not
you're
exaggerated.
telling me there was not an
Whatsoever.
exaggerated move in that? If you can sit here
There
and tell
was
me that
not.
there, okay, Roger that.
Ron, you honestly feel like that was an exaggerated move, Ron? And honestly, was that exaggerated in any
Watch that.
form or
I
fashion?
watched that was 10 seconds, probably just as many minutes as I've
Stop it,
been alive.
Freddie.
That was a Kirk
Stop
Franklin
it, Freddie.
song. Stop.
Stop it, Freddie. You stop. Stop it, Freddie. There was not no Kirk Franklin. He really did stumble. He did not. Oh, bro, y'all are so disrespectful.
No,
what did you say about
AI is
Iverson?
disrespectful.
He did not that was not disrespectful. Ron, what'd you say about AI? Because obviously Trey on some other, you and Trey on some other stuff. But anyway, what were you saying about AI?
Where is Agent where is Agent Price?
What would you saying about AI, Professor? You said something about AI. What about him?
He was saying that Kobe, if Kobe and Shaq.
Oh, that question. If Kobe and AI switch places, how many rings does Shaq and AI win?
Ooh.
Now I said
I would have loved
AI.
I would have loved to see AI with Shaq.
You said 5?
Who said 5?
He's asking.
I would have loved to see that. I would have loved to see.
Well.
I don't
know how you gonna see that. If you
together.
can't see that stop, I don't know how you can see him and Shaq, Kobe and Shaq. If you can't,
because it wasn't a stump. It wasn't a stump. I seen Stump the Yard. That was not a stump. On Stump the Yard, I watched it a few times, and that was definitely not a stump.
That's all he was missing was doing this. That's it. Like besides that,
shut up, Trey. I'm not.
That's all he was missing. That's like everything. That's all he missing
was the.
Yeah, that's all.
Stop it, Trey. You a fool. Talking all he was missing was the fucking clap and shit. Man, stop it. Freddie said that's a good one, Professor. That's a good one. I don't know, man. I just don't. I would have loved to see AI and Shaq play together. I do. That would have been great.
We got a chance to see AI and Carmelo,
which was a good tandem. It was a good tandem. Them two, that was a good duo. They balled together. They did out there in Denver. That was definitely a good tandem. They just didn't have the right pieces to take them out.
Okay, Agent Price. We was looking at the evidence, and the evidence states that AI did
AP,
in fact stomp over Tyronn Lue.
No, he didn't.
Do you concur with that? With the evidence, Agent Price?
No, Anthony. AP, tell him the truth, bro. Bring the light to the table, bro. Bring the light to the table. But to answer your question, Professor, how many did him and Shaq win? I mean, him and Kobe win 3, 2 together, 3, 2,
3 together.
1, 3.
Was it 3? 3, right?
1, 3.
I think they would at least. Right. I think they would have at least. I think him and AI would have at least won 3 together. if they had the right pieces. So hold on now. You said, excuse me, you're saying flip Kobe and AI, right? In other words, put AI with the Lakers when Shaq was there, correct?
Yes.
From 98 to 2004.
Yeah, then I would give him 3, at least 3. He did the exact same thing. I do.
And I feel
But
like he would have made it
but
better.
let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this, Professor. I get what you're saying, but this is the only thing that has me pause in regards to that. Did AI play defense like Kobe played defense? That's the question. Because we know AI wasn't 6'6" like Kobe. AI was more like 6'1".
You know how
So
many times AI was a league leader in steals?
I do know he stole the ball a lot. I do know that. I don't know how many times he was. I do know he did that part. I do know that.
I mean, probably 5'11" with his shoes off, and he's under 100.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
a defensive problem. He's like a version of Steph, so he can get taken advantage of. But
Right.
he has upsides too. You ain't
Right.
looking, AI. Woo! Right in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. And wasn't afraid to go to the paint. Wasn't afraid to go to down in the paint at all. Even at his stature. Yeah. Even at his stature, he was not afraid to dig it in. And we talking about the era in which, was still real physical. Physical.
Yeah.
So
And my question with that is just talking about, I think we was talking about the other day, just the top shooting guards. I'm not going to disrespect Kobe and MJ. They keep 1 and 2. But AI gets that 3rd spot over D Wade, over Jerry West, over any other shooting guard we can bring up.
okay. I can agree with that, Professor. I can agree with that. Because again, like you said, with his shoes off, he's 5'11", easy probably. Without his basketball shoes. So he definitely had a great deal of heart. Probably one of the best, if not the best crossover in the league to do it. So yeah, I can agree to that, bro. I can agree to that.
But you can't agree to the fact that that man just stepped over that man.
No, I cannot. Oh, Anthony said he's still looking on the video. Make sure you find
one
it. Anthony,
one more time. Hold up.
Thank
One more
you.
time. I still got
Thank
it.
you.
One more time for you, Anthony. Hold up.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Trey got it for you. Trey got it. Watch it, Anthony. You tell me if he stomped over him. And again, the definition of stomp is an exaggerated step over, an exaggerated where you have to you come down with force, and that didn't take place.
So I got a question.
Okay.
Let's watch this stomp.
That boy had a pretty shot, boy. I ain't gonna lie. That boy had a pretty shot.
So that's definitely a stomp.
That is not a stomp, bro.
That was an anomaly win. The Sixers played above.
Yeah, they talked about that on the show too. They said that was an anomaly because the Lakers was torching everybody.
Right, and they were the consensus going to win. Don't that sound a lot like the championship now? Everybody was really saying Golden State. You had a couple crazies that saying the Celtics. The Celtics come out here and get an anomaly first game win. Like, I still can't fathom Jason Tatum only had 2 turnovers. He only lost the ball 2 times.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Anthony. That was a waste of it wasn't a stomp. There you go. Thank you, Anthony. There it is. Thank you.
What's the chance?
But go ahead. So we do know, Professor. We do know, like you said, that was an anomaly win. Got you. So therefore, we do know what the Lakers went on to win it. That's exactly what's going to happen with the Warriors.
The next
I'm
4?
glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
Do they win the next 4 though?
Oh no. Who win the next 4? The Warriors? No, that ain't finna happen. No, I already told you it's going 7. Oh no, they not winning 4 in a row. Without question, that's not happening. So since we're doing what ifs, what if Jordan goes to the Lakers instead of the Wizards because Phil wanted him in LA? Do Lakers beat Pistons with Jordan playing the 3?
That is a good point. How come?
That's a good question, Don. I like that.
We might have to talk about Jordan having 10 rings as much as Bill Russell if that was to happen.
Boy, that part.
Oh man,
that part.
I was looking at the last shot in the 98 with Jordan, the push off. I don't think he pushed him.
He didn't. Just to answer, I never gave you. I didn't. It wasn't a push.
Yeah.
Now his hands was on him, but it wasn't a physical, like a force push. In other words, I feel like the hand on him is no different than what we see now with the people with the chicken wing. As long as it ain't, long as they don't extend it to get to the advantage, it's not considered a charge.
Was already broke down for us in science, the laws of Newton or whatever they are. When one object is going in one direction and another object is going in the other direction, there's natural force. And if he's touching him going in another direction, he created energy. He pushed off.
But doesn't his momentum also play a factor?
Yeah, the step back is what made
his
Jordan's hand on it. I think Jordan had
way.
true enough. Jordan had his hand on his backside, but the step back and cross back is what forced him to go and come back.
Direction. That part, yes, I totally agree. That's my whole thing. I feel like because of the fact that look, everybody, come on, son, and because I feel like because of the force of the step back, because again, when we look at it, because of we can go back to the AI incident. He did not push off, bro. And we go back to the AI versus Tyronn Lue. The step back caused Tyronn Lue to come back to AI and end up falling because he got caught off balance, because he was trying to change direction quickly to get back to AI to contest the jumper. And because he tried to get back so quickly, he ended up falling. AI never touched him, but he fell because of his momentum. I feel like that's the exact same thing in what happened in regards to Jordan and what is the old boy's name, man? It's right there on the tip of my tongue. Russell. Golly, I couldn't say his name. Russell. I think that's what happened.
All I know is Golden State in 5.
Ooh, in 5. Oh, thank you, Don. Thank you, Don. Exactly. It was all momentum, no push. That's my whole point. I don't see the 5. I don't see the 5, Ron. I stick highly with the 7-game series. I really do. 7 games all the way. Because I don't. So you saying you really feel like Golden State gonna win the next 4 then?
No, I can see a world though where it happens.
Oh, okay.
We deserve 7 games.
Absolutely.
Watch these.
Absolutely.
Stop playing, son. We only want 6, and we want Boston. We want Golden State to win no 6. I don't want nothing close to 7.
So even though I'm saying Golden State wins the next 4, if they win it in 6, they're winning 4 out of the next 5, which is still that's pretty crazy. It says a lot about Boston.
I had no problem. I had no quarrels with giving Boston their kudos. I just don't want them to win the championship. That's just it.
Sounds a little Lakerish.
It is very Lakerish.
It is. It's all Lakerish. Come on,
all Lakerish.
If you didn't realize that by now, yeah, it's all Lakerish. That's the only reason why Trey don't want.
If we was up in the standings on that, I probably would be like, okay, Boston, yeah, but
he wouldn't
we can't have them getting back in front of us again.
He can't. We that's all that's about.
Their ceiling is a little higher than us right now.
That's BS, bro. That's BS, bro. That's so BS, bro. And a part of me really want Boston to win just because of that. A part of me
I know that's all it is. That's all it is.
A part of me want Boston to win that because of the fact. Trey. I want them to surpass the Lakers.
Because I would be
I do.
lying to you if I didn't want Boston to knock off Brooklyn because of that. But that's where I wanted it to stop at. Like I didn't want to go no further than that.
Yeah,
I
well,
just
I'm
needed them
glad
for
it
that
did.
reason.
I'm glad it did. I'm glad it did.
And now,
And
and
then you know
now,
what?
and now,
And
you
if
know what?
Boston
You know
win,
what? I feel like.
I'm throwing a
You know what I
party.
feel.
If Boston win, I'm throwing a party.
You know what I feel like right now. You know what I feel like Boston is telling me. Your haters will be your footstool. That's that's what I feel like Boston is choosing me right now. It's like your haters will be your footstool.
I want a part of me now want Boston to win. I ain't gonna lie. A part of me really want Boston to win now just because of that, yo. I ain't gonna front. Cause this dude here in this Laker nonsense is freaking pathetic.
There is no other. This I will say this about Boston, right? No other organizations in the league are even close to that of the Lakers and the
And
Celtics.
the Celtics, right?
Yeah,
We know
and
they run it.
when you break it down even further, the Lakers stand above and beyond them both when it comes down to game game sevens or in that in playoffs or something like that. So, but beyond that, there's no one close to it. The closest one are the I think the Warriors at this point. And so now we have all these teams. These are historic franchises. I want the one from the West Coast to be victorious.
This dude, man. This dude here, bro, is only this dude.
Now I tell you what, I'm biased, and I'm being biased in a sense, and that's like I would want, I would like it if Golden State took care of business. They didn't take, they can't, we can't have no more than last night. Like last night, I just knew that game was in the books. Everyone knew the game was in the books. I think even Boston fans thought the game
They knew.
I think some Boston fans, where Buddy, Sarah, or anyone from the Boston, they'll say, if you on there, Kira, anyone from that
That's right.
represents
They are from the Boston area. That is them.
like,
That's
dude,
right. Where
did
y'all
y'all
at, Sarah? Yeah, all y'all. Where y'all at?
did y'all
This is y'all
believe?
area.
Did you
Yeah.
not believe that Boston had that game locked up in the middle of the fourth quarter? I mean, that Golden State was going to take care of them, and then comes the barrage.
Well, see, this is the thing, right? In that game, Boston never. I mean, Boston never. I think what was the biggest lead? I think the biggest lead Golden
14.
State had was like 10.
14.
Was it 14? Okay, so yeah, Boston never really went away. It was never like like Golden State was just running away with it. You know what I'm saying? 14 points ain't nothing. You hit 3 threes and then you back under, you know what I'm saying? Single digits. You back in single digits.
So what I thought was going to happen was so I thought what Boston did to Miami in that game 7 for the Eastern Conference is what I thought Golden State was going to do to go to Boston. Where you kind of like you don't relinquish the lead. You know what I'm saying? You're not relinquished. You got to hold on it. Like you're smothering the team, and that's not what happened. Like they tried to smother the fire, and you know them cartoons where a little piece of the fire jumps out from somewhere and then start walking around and dancing, and as it walks, it starts to light everything else on fire. That's what happened last night. They couldn't hold them. A little piece of fire got loose, hit some kindling, and the match. And then it was like after that, it was like all around there was hot spots, and there was nothing they can do, and it was over.
I think everybody says, Anthony, in my opinion, he asked if Warriors don't win the series, what's next for the team? Are we seeing everybody staying or something leaving? I think they all stay. They're this close. I feel like if they, especially if this series goes 7, like I expected, I really feel like Boston won't change anything in regards to the players in which they currently have. I don't see anyone leaving or anything like that of that nature. I do really think that Boston keeps what they have and try and come back next year to try and because we know they didn't make it to the finals last year, but they made it to the conference finals last year, right? And got beat out. They got beat out by Milwaukee. That's right. They got beat out by Milwaukee last year in the conference finals. So they pretty much kind of sort of been here twice. So I get what you're saying though, in regards to that they may want to make some changes because it seems as though they may be missing some people. But yeah, don't know. But I in my personal opinion, I don't see them getting rid of anyone.
I think the
Donovan,
play walk, since we're talking about breaking up teams.
You think what? Say that again, Brian.
The Warriors should let Clay walk.
come on home, Clay.
Ooh.
Come on home, Clay. Come on home.
Stop it. But you always talking about me picking up people for my Philadelphia Eagles, but look at you always trying to pick up somebody for the Lakers. Always talking about come on, Clay, come on home, Clay. Come on, Clay. He ain't trying to go home.
The
He
Eagles,
already in California. What do you mean come on
Eagles,
home, Clay? He's
the
already in
Eagles.
Cali.
He's
What do you mean?
in the for one. First and foremost, 2 points. First and foremost, the Eagles and the Lakers are not comparable in any way, form, or fashion. First and foremost. Secondly, yes, Clay is in California, but he is in the Bay Area. He was raised in Los Angeles, as his father was a Los Angeles great.
Right.
Second point. Come on home, Clay.
Go there.
Clay is not going. Clay don't want to go play with LeBron. What, Brian?
I said he can go to L.A. and get his jersey hung in the Raptors, just like his dad.
No.
Next to his dad.
No, why do
Go
that?
to the championship.
Why do that? No, go to the Clippers.
Come home, Clay.
Go to the Clippers. Go to the Clippers. Go over there with Kawhi and them. Go over there to Kawhi. If Clay goes somewhere, go over there with Kawhi and them.
Play? That's scary.
Huh?
That's what we don't want. Because I even see
George and
I see
Clay.
some.
Scary.
Yeah,
That
I see
part.
some.
That
I see
part,
some.
Ron.
I see some as
That
late
part.
as I see some as late as even Kyrie going over to going over to Clipperland. I was like, stop playing.
Woo, boy.
Stop playing.
Any one of them two go over there. It's woo. Him, Kawhi, and
Paul George ain't gonna be there. He gonna be on the
PG?
other side. PG
No,
will
Paul
be
George gonna be there.
PG
No,
will be
Paul George gonna
home.
be there.
PG will be
Paul
home.
George gonna be there. Boy, if Clay or Kyrie go over there with Paul George, PG, and Kawhi, oh boy.
Donovan, to answer your question on this is a very touchy subject, but I don't think that's a possibility. They don't add any validity to the conference. So I don't. I think for maybe from the standpoint of, like you said, women's sports, fine. But as far as from the aspect of men, that wouldn't be a good look. So I don't foresee it going any further than that.
Yeah, especially being that all of the Pac-12 women's softball team has gotten eliminated. They all were eliminated yesterday.
You know what, Ron?
Guess what, Ron? Guess who they were eliminated by?
Ron,
The Big 12.
You know what, Ron?
The Big 12. They all gone. Them cats all gone. All of them. UCLA gone. Arizona gone. All them cats is gone. They just gone. Gone.
You know what, Ron? Usually, people tend to do that a lot sometimes. And when I say people, I'm talking Bishop. People tend to point out things that is only conducive to what it is that they're representing, they're supporting. In this case,
what you do?
Bitch, no,
is
it's
that
not what I
you
do.
That is exactly.
I report the news.
No, you do not. This dude brought up Frank Gore's bum behind, talking about him going into the Hall of Fame, Ron. Really? No,
Frank Gore is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, 49ers Hall of Famer. That's it.
That too. How
Ron,
are you not?
Ron,
how are you third all time in
Ron
in an all time
Frank Gore
stat?
or first ballot Hall of Famer, Ron?
Third. Third, he can sneak in.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you. This dude here keeps saying first ballot Hall of Fame. No.
We can walk it through it. In 5 years, who's going to be eligible with him? What they only taking? What other running back will be with him when he retires to go to the?
No one of any stature. Who? Le'Veon Bell? He's not a Hall of Famer.
Le'Veon Bell's his competition. We don't have too many.
So his competition is going to be probably whoever left within the last couple of years. Of course, Patrick Willis will be competition, but as far as running backs, he ain't got none. That's why I said him and Big Ben will be in the Hall of Fame on their 5th year. And then
He was not a first
and
ballot.
then it's going to be unfortunate because they're both going to take up a spot for someone who's even on his way out or who's out. And then secondly, the next year, I think Rivers and what's the name go?
Is Todd Gurley a Hall of Famer?
No,
No.
he's not.
He
No,
took his team to the Super Bowl. We rolled his
nah,
back.
no.
He's not a Hall of Famer.
Ooh,
But I asked this:
ooh,
Bell is not a Hall of Famer.
ooh.
Stop it.
Ooh.
And Bishop, I'm not going to drink your Kool-Aid. So
I
it's
sure would.
we
Yes,
know
I sure
today.
would. I would
We
love
know
to.
he
Love to.
wouldn't want to see that. So
Yes, I would.
we know the Fitzpatrick has retired. He retired
He has.
today.
Oh, that's another person.
No, he is. Don't
What?
even.
Ryan
No,
Fitzpatrick has 20
stop it.
seasons in.
I get it, but he's not. He has 20.
Oh
You
my
know
God.
what? You almost said something. You remember? Have you ever seen? Is that Wedding Crashers? You remember seeing the show Wedding Crashers? Oh no, it was the
Not
first date with Jennifer Anderson and
and
what's his name?
uh the comedian, right?
Yeah. And you see the part when he is like, well, she's like, my sister's been through a lot. And he's like, yeah, of you know what I'm saying? That's what it's a comparison when you say Fitzpatrick's been through 20 years. Yes, he's had 20 years. And and at the later part of his career, he has been effective by being that stopgap and even pushing people and taking some positions at that. But that's not enough to get into the Hall of Fame. He's not a Hall of Famer.
Ron, let me explain to you why this guy Trey here feels as though Frank Gore should go into the Hall of Fame. He's third
All
in
time.
all time rushers.
And fourth, don't
Now,
forget, and fourth, all purpose, only behind Jerry Rice, Walter Payton, and Emmitt Smith. Come on, man.
and now those
And all,
individuals in which he,
and he's
and
for the
those
same. He
individuals
played
in
for
which he just
17
named,
years.
17 seasons for Frank Gore, Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton both had 13 and 14 seasons. He had played 3 and 4 more years than both of them. Yet he's only third. How in the world do you feel that he should be put in the Hall of Fame first ballot when you had two guys who are played 3 to 4 less years than you, and you couldn't surpass them with 3 or 4 extra years?
For one,
Stop
in
it!
those,
Don't you come? Don't come
for
with that
one,
injury nonsense. Don't you do
no, I'm
it?
not going
Don't
to even
you
say
do?
the injury.
Uh,
We're talking about two different eras of play.
what does that got to do with anything?
To where
Running is running.
additionally, Frank Gore, although the bell cow, and then you got to look at he earned the majority of them years in San Francisco as the bell cow running back.
That's why he's in the. That's why he's going to make the 49ers
when he
Hall of Fame.
left San Francisco, he wasn't used like he was in San Francisco, but he was still productive. That's the difference. That's why if he had
Ron,
stayed
that's
in San
that 49er
Francisco
bias.
3 years, if he had stayed in San Francisco additional years, it might have been different.
That's another bias. That's that
He's
49er
going to
bias, Ron.
places where San Francisco had a passing game. We got to step and think about it. Walter Payton had a passing game. Emmitt Smith had a passing game. A little more productive than that in San Francisco. Had Frank Gore been Roger Craig, he might have surpassed Emmitt Smith and
And if was a fifth, but we know.
I don't drink, so I don't know.
Yeah, you know the saying, whether you drink or
No.
not, you know the saying. Yeah, you know the saying. If it was a fifth, come on, man. This dude got the guy being first ballot. There's no way he should be.
He's a first. Who does not believe that Frank Gore is a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Me and Ron, and a lot of other people.
And
Anthony. I hope they ask. You know what? I hope somebody on one of these. I hope they ask that on one of these on one of these shows if Frank Gore should be considered a first ballot Hall of Famer. I just can't. I hope that comes up. I do, because I want to hear what everybody else take on it as well. Because I just don't see it, bro. I do not.
Ben
Should he probably get in the Hall of
first
Fame?
ballot.
Yes, he should probably get in, but first ballot, no.
Phillip Rivers, first ballot. Like those are their first ballot Hall of Famers. I think Rivers goes the year before Gore at what's his name Roethlisberger.
Phillip Rivers and Roethlisberger and Gore are going in. Is up for the same time because they
No,
both.
Phillip Rivers retired last year.
No, he didn't. Didn't he play last year?
No, he retired. He retired because he that's how they got Carson Wentz.
Right.
They just got Carson Wentz this year.
No,
He played last year.
They got Matty Ice this year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, right. You're right.
So he's a year so he's gonna go in the year before it. 2 years after that, the next year is gonna be Roethlisberger and Gore, and then the year after
it's
that,
gonna be Roethlisberger and Fitzpatrick, and then Gore may come in and the year after.
When what world? You said Fitzpatrick going to the first ballot Hall of Fame is like saying first formation
is going to
be inducted. No, it's going to be like saying first formation is going to be inducted into the NBA Hall of Fame this in July. Like that's not happening, bro. Stop it. It's like stop it. That's not happening,
Ron,
man.
Get your boy, man. Ron, get your boy, man. This
dude, man.
This 49er bias, bro. Get your boy, man.
Gotta let them have it. They had a rough year this year.
All right. We did not have a rough year. That's why, you know what? That's why Tarkowski Cart is sitting at home waiting to be picked up. See what that gets you? Drop another one.
Anthony is crazy, bro. If nobody going in the Hall of Fame when it's go time, he will be the. Oh my God, Anthony's a fool.
So I asked y'all this question: where do you think Odell Beckham goes when he's healthy?
Rams.
It looks like he's gonna stay. Yeah.
I think if he doesn't go to the Rams, I don't think anybody's gonna give him a big check. He needs to go play down in New Orleans.
Oh no! Stop it.
Ooh.
Y'all don't play New Orleans, do y'all, Ron?
No.
That's why he keep on saying that blasphemous stuff. See, he on that Bishop stuff right now. Whatever is conducive.
Everybody on Bishop stuff now.
Clay Thompson to go home to LA, but Odell can't go home to New Orleans.
Right.
There's enough of them already home.
That part, right, Ron? That part.
He doesn't want to go home.
See. Oh, but Clay does. That's crazy. Some people want to go home, but other people don't. Get out of here, bro.
Go home. Watch Clay want to go home.
Yeah, he gonna want to go home. He gonna want to go home to the Clippers.
We know that's not. Stop it. Stop, Bishop. You know that is not. So you would rather play. So if you went home, if you was a Philadelphian, I know you from Brooklyn. If you was a Philadelphian, would you? Or correction, not Philadelphian. If you were a Pennsylvanian, are you going to Pittsburgh or Philadelphia? Where do you want to go?
I'm going where I feel like I have the best chance for me to win the Super Bowl.
Again,
that's where I'm going.
That you know what Star Major Fontaine told me one day. He's like that sounds like an EO answer. You know what, Bishop? That sounds like a Bishop answer.
I'm just saying. Why not look? We talked about this yesterday, Trey. You look at who's in that on that team, and you try and pick who is the better fit for you. If you really look at that team, if you compare the two teams, Clay is a better fit going to LA Clippers, without question.
No,
it's not a better fit. Why not?
They got like 6 wings already. He wouldn't be able to start if he went. He could start on the Lakers.
And his shooting puts him in. No different from the conversation when we talk about Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham is not needed in New Orleans. It would make no sense for him to go to New Orleans. Where is
thinking about coming out of retirement? I didn't hear that. That's new to me.
That's another probably her first balloter. Would you say Drew Brees?
Oh, that's another one that just came out. That's
Yeah,
another one that just
he's gonna
retired.
go. Yeah, so
He going in.
but he
So
retired.
guess
He
what?
retired last year or this year.
Last year.
Yeah, so he's going in with Rivers.
Like
Right.
Phillip
He's last
Rivers
year.
ain't first.
What'd you say, Ron?
He said
I
Rivers ain't
said
first ballot.
like Phillip Rivers ain't first ballot. He will be waiting
Breeze is.
because it's Drew Brees and then everybody else, and then
Mm-hmm.
I guess Big Ben.
Well, you should true that.
Drew Brees is
With
definitely a first
Adam
ballot.
Brees to the thing, yeah, he might push Rivers. I think Rivers is the first ballot, but when you add Drew Brees and some of the other ones who didn't get in, the Patrick Willis's, a couple other people, yeah, he's probably
Yeah,
gonna
the
push
people
him.
that's been waiting to get in. Yeah, you still, and that's the thing. You still got to keep in consideration the people that's still waiting to get in.
But back to what I said. Yeah, Odell Beckham isn't needed in New Orleans. He doesn't fit that. He doesn't fit it there. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Why doesn't he? What makes him not fit?
They got Chris Olave. They have
Rookie.
yes, true
Rookie.
that rookie. True. They have Landry. They have Michael Thomas.
That's it.
Okay.
They have what's the dude? He starts with a C.
Kamara.
No, not
No.
Kamara starts with a K. They have the wide receiver. Who's their wide receiver room? I think they have receivers over there already. They're not like, of course, they're not Odell Beckham, but I think they're not going to sit up and trade, get rid of him, or
We'll take him.
Anthony. Get your boy, man. Get
We'll
your
take
He's
him.
not going to
get your
the Rams.
supervisor. Get your supervisors.
We'll take him.
If he doesn't go to the Rams, or he's going to go to a big time team. It'll
The
be the
Ravens.
Chiefs.
Anthony says the Ravens.
Yeah, the Chiefs, Ravens, or Tampa Bay.
Ooh, Tampa Bay. Ooh, Chiefs. Ooh, that would be crazy too. That's oof. Him going to the Chiefs. That would be crazy too.
I don't foresee him going to the Chiefs either.
Why
But
not? Why not the
maybe
Chiefs?
I think like you said, maybe Baltimore. I can see that.
I love Baltimore.
Baltimore, I can see that for
Callaway.
sure.
That's so they have Jarvis Thomas, Olave, Deontay Harris, Traquan Smith, Marquez Callaway. They got and Kevin White. They have the Jordan Humphrey. They have some pieces over there. I don't think they need Odell Beckham
I
unless
think
they're
the
going to.
Ravens is going to be the best team in football next year.
You
Since
think the
we
Ravens
talking
gonna do
about
what, Ron?
be the best team in football this year.
Ooh,
Start putting that out there.
the best
I am
team.
a Ravens fan.
Ravens don't use wide receivers and they don't need him in the first half, so that's why I say Ravens or Falcons. Anthony said exactly. We tend to
Falcons.
focus on the right now in the front tire. Those who still Falcons, yeah, Falcons.
How the heck they get into this conversation?
The Falcons. Ugh. They ain't got Maddie no more. That's why.
Devin Duvernay, Rashawn Bateman. Yeah, they need a receiver. Devin Williams, Riley Webb. Yeah, they definitely need James Proche. They need a receiver in Baltimore, definitely without a doubt.
Oh yeah, they could have one.
But still, I digress. Come on for this quest for six, Odell.
And go where?
San Francisco, man, stop it.
Bro, here he go with the nonsense. Bro, they don't even have a quarterback once again. He's not going to
Again,
go somewhere. They don't
once
have a
again, we
quarterback.
have a quarterback.
Y'all do
You know
not.
what? I would
Y'all do not.
even say Odell Beckham in Chicago.
I'll give you that. They need that. I'll give you that. I give you that because I do believe your boy need a target because he lost his main target. I give you that. I sure will. I will give you that without question. I'll give you that. But 49ers, hell no. Again, they don't even know who their quarterback is.
We're a better team than Philadelphia.
Negative.
We're a better team than Arizona.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
We're a better team than I think this year we'll be a better team than Kansas City.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
We're a better team than Seattle.
Negative Ghost Rider. Oh, y'all might be better than Seattle.
I think we might be better than Denver.
That'll be yet to be determined. We got to see how Russell does.
Uh, who else is out there? I
Y'all
think
better than Miami. I'll give y'all that.
we're a better team than Miami. True.
That without question. Yeah, I give y'all that without question. Y'all ain't better than Tampa Bay.
I think we're better than the whole NFC East.
I wouldn't even say that.
Or maybe 3 and a possible.
This ain't spades. What you talking about? 3 and a possible. This I'm talking about 3 and a possible. We ain't playing spades. Yes. You don't need that, do you?
We have a starting quarterback. We're going to stop that rhetoric. Trey Lance is our
Y'all
quarterback.
do not have, look. He don't even know. He's saying that right now. In interviews, they're gonna ask how you feel about something. Nope. He's not Trey Lance.
Trey
Where
Lance.
is that said at? Where did they say that at? I've yet to hear that Trey Lance is y'all starter.
Trey Lance is our quarterback.
No one said that yet. I've not seen that anywhere on anybody's radar saying that Trey Lance is a starter.
Trey Lance is our quarterback.
Okay, he is a quarterback. I'll give you that.
He is our starting.
I don't know about him being starter. Where is that? Where is it at?
Trey Lance is our.
What team has a super wide receiver duo? The Rams, the Eagles.
How do you keep on placing the Eagles in these conversations?
He said, what team has a super wide receiver duo? Do we not?
No, you do not.
How do we not have a super wide receiver duo with Devontae Smith and Brown? What?
So we're saying, yes, I'm serious. So you're saying one season of productivity alludes
that's all we can go off of. That's all we can go off of.
So that exactly.
You're talking about Devontae. So you're talking about Devontae, right?
Yes, that's one season.
That's all we got. That's all we can go off of.
So yes. So don't call them super because it's all you going off of. They're not super.
How can we? Why is not? What does super mean? Longevity.
I'm not saying it means longevity. I'm saying
so. Then what are you saying?
What I'm saying is that it's over time. You have seen that. Like that's like if you're saying that, then that means similarly you're saying super for Waddle and Hill, and you're saying super for what's his name T. Higgins and Jamar Chase.
Yeah,
I don't think that they're productive, but I don't think you can just call them the super. They're saying the super friends at this point.
Why not?
Because it's 1 year.
If that's all they got, that's enough. You're adding
I was like I said, if it's all they got, then you're not that yet. That's all it is.
You can't say that. You can't say that if there's no. You're adding longevity to it. That you're saying because it's one season. Is it one season that's what gets you a rookie of the year? Is it one season gives you MVP?
Yeah, but to say that you're
what's the difference?
To put you in a position to say that you're super, I just don't agree with that. Not after just 1 year. And that's like I would say that
Aaron Rodgers being MVP for 1 year. You agree with rookie of the year being rookie of a year.
Aaron Rodgers was
defensive player.
Aaron Rodgers was rookie of the was a quarterback, the MVP of the year. Yes, but Aaron Rodgers has showed over a amount of years.
But it's not for what he showed for. It's not longevity. Again, you're saying long. That's again back to
Aaron
longevity.
Rodgers
and
Aaron Rodgers. What I'm saying is, if Aaron Rodgers did this 1 year,
y'all stop all that noise.
If Aaron Rodgers did this 1 year, what I'm saying is, I would not say that he's a super quarterback. That's what I'm saying. So yes, if Aaron Rodgers was in his first year and he won MVP, I would not say that he's a super quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I would not put him in that stratosphere. He was a good quarterback. He made it happen on that 1 year. Now, if Aaron Rodgers comes back within the 5-year period and he's even one push for it or he's won again, now we start to have that conversation. I'm not saying longevity. I'm just saying that just that one time, like anything happens. Like I can catch fire. Robert Ory knocked down some shots in a couple of games. That, you know what I'm saying, but that doesn't, like we just talked about, that didn't make him the clutch shooter. It made him relevant in clutch moments. So that's all I'm saying is that they're like we can't. I'm just saying that I wouldn't say that, and that goes to everything. With Debo, all of them, 1 year is all you produce. Debo's been around for 4 years and he's had one good season. But that one good season, we're gonna call him a super because he was very productive. That's all I'm saying. Jamar Chase, Waddle, all of them had good years. Your man Devontae, good years. Jefferson in his first year, a good year. But we're gonna call it the
It's
super.
still a
I would
super
even
year.
call Cook. I would even call Cup super on his own. But the only reason I would say that anything different is because what Cup is doing in the NFL now is what he has records for doing in college football.
So again, what you're saying is history. You're still talking about longevity
But
because you're
again,
still
what I'm saying,
going back and reflecting back to what he has done.
no,
So
what I'm
you're
saying
still
is,
reflecting about longevity.
but the first thing I said is that I wouldn't even necessarily say that about Cup. But what the only thing that's there to validate that is the simple fact of Cup has done that. We haven't seen that type of stuff from any other receiver, which we're talking
We
about. But I
seen,
would
yes,
call him
we
super.
have. We
But
seen
because
if we doing
Cup,
that, then we saying we've seen what
because what we
we've
see is
seen.
Cup done
We've
it with a
seen what,
quarterback that was able to give him the ball. That was the difference. So now if Cup comes around to do it again, and then you look at, okay, now we're looking at Allen or Van Jefferson, now we can say, okay, they got something super going on there in LA. I
so
just don't think it's there yet.
I guarantee you everybody would put Cup and OBJ as a super duo wide receiver duo.
I could
90% of the people that would you ask that question to, they would put them two as a wide receiver, super
they would
wide
have put
receiver.
after this
Why
after
though? Why though?
because Cup was productive and he's been productive. Like he's been, and I'm trying to keep
Longevity
it.
again.
I'm trying, and that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to keep it away from the longevity conversation. I'm
But
just
you
saying,
can't because you
but
keep
well, you
saying
can't. Well, you can't. The reason you can't is because the reason that you can't is because that's what builds upon. And I'm saying there's no resume for people for those
yes,
players
but if you
except
say
for one
you just
game.
said Cup did what he did while he was in college.
Yeah,
So did Devontae Smith.
no,
He won the Heisman because of what he did in college. Yes, he did.
he won the
What?
Heisman because of what he did in college and because he was the best player in that year or with a case like that. But Cup holds the records in FCS for receiving. He has the
Got it.
record for that. That's what he
But
did.
Cup
He
didn't
didn't.
win a
Of course,
but Cup didn't
Cup
win.
went to
Cup
East.
didn't win. Cup
He
didn't win a
didn't win the
Heisman.
Heisman. No, because he went to Eastern.
Okay,
He
so
went
he
to
wasn't
Eastern
the best
Washington.
receiver. He
He went
wasn't
to
the
Eastern
best receiver.
Washington.
That's not whose fault is that?
That's that.
That's not
Cup didn't
Devontae
even.
Smith's
Cup
fault.
didn't.
That's
Cup
not
didn't even
Devontae
have.
Smith's fault.
Cup didn't even have a two. He was a 2-star, anywhere from a 0 to 2-star receiver
Whose
coming out. But
fault
so
is
what I'm
that?
saying, I get it. So what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, for me, at the end of the day, that doesn't. There's nothing there to sit
Turn
up and
that
say,
down.
okay, that you are a super receiver off of 1 year because lightning can strike at one spot at any given time. And that's what happened. But when you come back a second year around and you're doing, I'm not even saying you got to put up the same numbers. If you show some remnants of what it was that you did the previous year to what started the conversation about you being a super quarterback or a super wide receiver or a super player, then now we start to have that conversation where at the end of the year we're going, okay, yeah, this could be a super duel. I'm just saying that after 1 year for me, after 1 year, that's not enough because that could have just been a hot year. We can't say this about Cup because it was his first year. To a sense, we can't say it about Cup, but it was his first year with Matthew Stafford. However, what we can say about Cup is that he has been elevating his game even when he was with Goff. So now you get a quarterback of Matthew Stafford's stature who has, in our opinion, we talked about, has put Megatron into the Hall of Fame. Now you put that same quarterback with your OD or your OBJs and your Robert Woods and your Cooper Cups. Now you start to see some different. You start to see the different. Even go and say like Van Jefferson was putting the work in. Is it because of Cooper Cup? I don't know. I mean, is it because of? Well, it could be. He's of course Cooper Cup pulls coverage, but is it because of my man Stafford? Like it's different things, and I'm not saying like. Of course, I'm not shitting on the other ones. I'm just saying they're rookies and they had a good season. But let's see what happens when people have figured them out. If you're still doing that and once figured out, because now people have an opportunity to see what Stafford and Cup can do. Let's see next year when they sit up and rolling over colleges, and they putting these people on them, or they think that's better set, and they're doing different things. How does he sit up and do? And that's going to make the difference. That's all I'm saying.
We shall see. Time will tell.
I'm not trying to put down your man like AJ Brown. He's part of that duo. AJ
Right. I
Brown
said
over
that.
he is AJ. So he's done
That's why I
stuff.
said them being a
Even
super
though
duo.
but even though AJ Brown he's been around for a while, but he's what he 1 season, 2 seasons. He hasn't been consistent in his 4 years in Tennessee. He was consistent, hella consistent last year. So it's just those things. That's all I'm saying.
We shall
So of
see.
course, yes, we shall see. We have come to our time. Of course, who win games too, Bishop? They play on Sunday, so we'll be off the air doing that.
I
Who got
already
game
told
two?
you. It's definitely Golden State. They finna win game two
Let's
for
say
sure.
I can agree with you. I can agree with you. So that's our
Yep.
time for today. High speeds. We greatly appreciate y'all rocking with us this morning. Being in formation, setting it up, talk about a couple of things. I know we went a little long or something. Like I said, I actually didn't come with any true agendas, but we did, however, get a chance to talk about that in Golden State in San Francisco last night. The debacle that happened. We can't see too many more of those. If that happens, then I guess Boston does take the lead, 18-17. Unfortunately, uh, I could have took a shot at my counterpart there for a second, but I don't choose violence today. I don't choose
You
violence.
could have took a shot for
I don't
what?
I don't
A shot at what?
nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't drink.
He
I don't
couldn't have
drink,
took
so I
no.
can't take shots.
Yeah, he couldn't have took a shot.
But we look forward to seeing you. Hopefully, next week can come in. We know the NBA is coming. The finals is coming. So we also see if we can start back on that train. Coming up next week, you got the WFA like we've had on here before. The Houston Heat. They play their conference. They start their playoffs in next week. A lot going on. As Bishop told me today, just a little off topic. I mean, yesterday. If you haven't already, go check out Top Gun Maverick. Go check that out. He said
Must see.
he says a
Must
must see. He
see.
said
If
it's
you
the
like the
best.
first one, you'll love this one.
He said it's the best one of the year so far.
That is,
So
I have rated it the best movie so far this year. And I know we only in June, but so far it's the best
six
movie of the
are
year.
at the halfway mark. So check that
Yep.
out. You know what I'm saying? Being this weekend. Be sure to enjoy yourselves and be here 09 on Monday morning.
Yep. Talk about game two.
Bishop, go ahead, take us out, brother.
All right, man. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Freddy's, Anthony's, all y'all. We are not the first formation without y'all. Y'all have a great weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Y'all be safe out there and have fun. We will definitely see y'all on Monday. This is Sean, aka Bishop, the GOAT, Zalos, and we represent Psi Rofi Military Fraternity Incorporated in the building. Y'all have a great day. Peace.